Good morning, children. Let us study today about the conservation of water resources. As in the previous classes, we have studied how the water scarcity occurs in our country, and not only in the country, the whole world also. How can we, what are the measures, or how can we conserve water resources? How much percentage of clean water or fresh water also available on the earth's surface we studied. So access to clean and adequate water sources is a major problem facing in the world today. There is no accessibility of clean water and fresh water. There is no adequate water sources also. So what steps we have to take to conserve these dwindling resources or reducing resources of water? Even though water is a renewable resource, as we studied, it is a cyclic process. Water cycle is a cyclic process. It continuously replenished. Water is replenished. Even though it's replenished, there is a shortage of water. So its overuse and pollution make it unfit for using. When the freshwater lakes are polluted, and also people are using more and more or exploiting more or overuse and even wastage of water, these are causing these are a problem. Because of these reasons, there is shortage of water. Discharge of untreated or partially treated sewage, agricultural chemicals and industrial effluents in the water bodies are major contaminants. How the water bodies are polluted? From the industries, effluents or the waste water is sent to the rivers and ponds or lakes, etc. Then discharging the untreated, without treating the water, sewage water or water from the factories and effluents from factories and industries are sent to the rivers and lakes also. These are contaminating or polluting the water bodies. They pollute water with the nitrates, metals and pesticides. All are these the pollutants are entering in the water bodies. Most of these chemicals are non-biodegradable and reach human bodies through water. It cannot be degradable, and also these pollutants reach in the human bodies through water. Water pollution can be controlled by treating these effluents suitably before releasing them into the water bodies. One step we can take here is from industries and factories. The effluents, before sending directly into the lakes and rivers, we have to treat them. Then forest and other vegetation cover slow the surface runoff and replenish underground water. We know when rainfall occurs, water runoff is very high, and almost a large quantity of rainfall or the rainwater is flowing away into the oceans and wasted into the sea. So that if there are vegetation cover or trees are more planted in our areas, the absorption of water absorbed or the rainwater is absorbed by the soil is will be more, so that soil can absorb more water in the rainwater, so that runoff or the water which is flowing away to the sea will be reduced also. Another method we can use is water harvesting. This is also we can save the surface runoff water. Collect the water from the terraces or the rooftops can be collected, and it can also use for rainwater harvesting. The canals used for irrigating fields should be properly lined to minimize the loss of water seepage. Most of the canals in our country, it is not a concrete canal, so that the water flowing through the canals for irrigation purposes are absorbed by the earth also. So there will be water seepage also taking place. Sprinklers effectively irrigate the area by checking water losses through seepage and evaporation. Also, sprinklers in the agriculture fields, farmers use sprinklers. This also reduces the water wastage also. And other methods we can see in dry areas with high rates of evaporation, drip or trickle irrigation is used, and mostly drier areas drip irrigation or trickle irrigation. So this is used, which also reduces the water consumption. Valuable water resources can therefore be conserved by adopting these different types of methods in irrigation. Especially for the irrigation purposes in the agriculture field, water is largely wasted. So if we are following these methods or these steps are used, we can reduce the wastage of water, and there will be no much shortage of water or scarcity of water in the future. So tomorrow we will study more about the natural vegetation and wildlife. That's all for today. Thank you.